So
Oh no.
I'll go back through that. So
Well, we can add another, we need to add another thing underneath that that says sign up register, so you can show us how to do that maybe.
awesome. So we'll do that now. So that needs to be another sub menu of CCP.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to, and is that going to be linked to an article of information, or is it just going to link directly to the form?
It's going to link to an article that has some information, and then I want there to be like a button at the bottom that says like sign in, register, which would then have them be able to create a profile in our database.
Totally doable. So before we create any type of link, first we have to create the article. So we're going to go to website and articles. I am recording.
Thank you.
We're going to create a new article. So I'm going to select the plus sign in the top right hand corner. And what did you say this would be called?
I think we should call it like either sign up / registration or a register or something like that, because it's going to be where they basically go to register for the exam.
Exam registration, maybe?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Exam registration. And then we're going to I just am creating these titles so we know what articles we're going to on the front end.
Uh-huh.
We're setting the group access, so who is allowed to see this, and we're saving. Now, after we've created the article, we can go to website and menu items, and this time I'll go to the main menu again. I'm going to create a new main menu item. This is linking to a single article, so I'm selecting single article. I'm calling this exam registration again. I'm going to highlight whatever I want this to be a submenu of. If I wanted it to be the main menu, I'd highlight top. If it needs to be a submenu, I'd highlight the main menu item it needs to be a submenu of. In this case, that would be CCP. Decide who can see this menu item, and then we're going to select the article that we want the button to go to. Once we press that main menu button, where are we going? To that that exam registration article. And I'm saving.
Okay.
So now, do you want CCP to be the last main menu item, or do you want it to maybe come before contact or somewhere else in the menu structure?
Yeah, you can put it right before contact.
So we can just use these arrows in the menu structure, and if I select this up button, now CCP is before contact. How easy is that?
Oh, cool. Well, that's awesome.
And you just clicked on it a couple times to move that up, it looks like.
I just clicked it one time. I was trying to find the one that I was trying to make sure I wasn't moving the order of the sub menus. So I just followed over the main menu, and I just clicked it once to move it up one time.
Perfect.
And now we can go to our our exam registration.
Awesome. And then from there, we can create like a link to have them sign up in the database.
Yeah, to give you kind of a crash course, I don't have that form created yet, but I'm going to, and I want to dedicate a full hour just to form, so I'm not going to go into like what I'm doing this very second, but I'm just going to call it exam registration.
Okay.
Maybe 2017.
Well, it's actually going to be 2018.
Oh, perfect. So
I'm sorry.
You're fine. That is easy enough to change. So now what I can do, this is kind of a crash course on the content. If I go back into your articles, back into that event registration, you can put all your verbiage goes here. And then down here, if we wanted to create an internal link, meaning it belongs inside of MemberClicks, we could say something like register here, or it could be like register now, register today, whatever you want that to say. Highlight the text you want to link up, come to the bottom of the editor, and you're going to choose this Site Links button.
Okay.
That's going to bring up everything internal to MemberClick. So we could link to any of the articles, any community features, any menu items. Right now I'm going to link to that form we just created. I'm going to select it. I personally like to have forms open in a new window, so
Yeah.
that way they can come back and navigate your website if they want to. I'm going to insert this link. Now to get even fancier, if we re-highlight anything linked up, whether it's internal or external, I'm going to use these formatted fonts that we have created for you guys. These are awesome. I would use these wherever you can for two reasons. One, consistency in the site, but like two, if you guys go through a rebranding or you want to freshen up the site one day, you can send us the new colors. We'll update these formatted fonts, and your entire website, wherever you use these formatted fonts, will update to your new colors.
Oh, that's cool.
Choosing heading 6 creates the button.
Oh, cool.
I like that.
And then if I wanted to change the text in there.
You can text like you can just type like, what would you want it to say?
Register here is fine without the exclamation point.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Do the other headings create a different look for registration purposes, or?
That's the only button that we have. This text up here actually uses heading 3. It only makes it white though if it's on the hero image. By the way, this Get Tickets Today button, this is just heading 6. It just reads differently in the content image, the hero content. I don't know if did we get to any content training?
Last time we talked about it, and then I went back in and I updated it. Like, so if you scroll down, you'll see that
Oh, awesome.
yeah.
Oh, killer. So proud. This is
Instead
awesome.
of join today, what I'd like it to say is like register or something, and then on the bottom left, yeah, because I wasn't sure how to change the font there. And then on the continue reading, I would want it to link to that FAQ page or whatever that we have, because I basically took it from a page on an part of our website. So that was kind of the follow-up questions to that.
Is this linking to the FAQ or the exam FAQ?
No, I think it's just under the about CAAPA. I'm not sure what page it goes to. It might be the FAQ page. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to look.
Right now, it's not going anywhere. If I click it, where do you want
it?
where did you want it to go to?
I don't know where that page is at. You'd have to like go to the drop down under about CAAPA. It might be, or maybe it's about paralegals.
Oh, I see. So these are all okay, so you don't want these. Some of these are clickable and some of them are just placeholders. They're all placeholders. Is that how you want it? Like,
what do you mean placeholders?
So like, see how I can't click affiliates? It doesn't take me anywhere. It's only like holding the submenus.
Right, exactly, yes.
I can do that for CCP. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So that's called a separator. And to do that, I can go back into your menu items, back to the main menu. And what I basically want to do is for CCP, I'm going to change the type. And under other is this separator.
Okay.
So if I select that and save, now if I go back to the home page, now I can't click it. It's just holding these two.
Okay, perfect.
That makes total sense. I was so confused. Perfect. That makes total sense. Okay. And then that one, you said you thought it might be under About CAAPA.
It might be under membership, actually. Under CAAPA, About CAAPA membership. Yeah. So I wanted to like link back to this page, I guess.
Cool. So this is probably called membership. So I can go back to the back end. I'm going to go back to a website, back into your widgets. So that homepage right, I just need to highlight this continue reading. I'm going to first break the link. Then I'm going to relink it by highlighting. Once again, using site links because we're linking it to an article inside of MemberClicks.
Okay.
I'm going to just search membership, insert the link.
Oh, perfect. Yay. You're so good at this.
I hope so. And then if I go to the bottom, if I hit continue reading, now it brings us to this membership page.
Awesome. Okay. And I need to go back in and change some of the text. So then if one of my last questions on this is if you go to the contact, or no, it's the officers under CAAPA, about CAAPA, then officers page.
Say that one more time. Where did you want me to go? I'm sorry.
About CAAPA, under about CAAPA and officers. So I was trying to, under the communications committee chair, I added right here CAAPA connection editor, and when I pressed return, like it made a huge space. Like I don't know how to get her name up there or link to her email.
Do you mean between here, like in here or here?
Yeah, like between CAAPA connection editor and the name below it. Like, so if you see above it and below it, they're squished together, and then that one, the one that I added, is separated. I couldn't figure out how to squish it back together.
It's a little bit tricky. Let me show you. So if I go to, we are under officers. If I go to your articles, I'm going to search for officers. Are you on a Mac or a PC?
A PC.
So you may have to play around a little bit with your PC. I know for my Mac, if I hit my delete button, hold down my shift and enter. I don't.
Okay, but I don't want there. I want there to be a space there.
Oh.
I'm trying to move up the name.
This one?
The AE there.
So yeah, it reads CAAPA. There you go.
Yeah.
So just shift and so go back and like put it directly on the line it's supposed to be on. And then shift enter for me brings it down one. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Usually it indicates messy HTML, probably from what we brought over. But that's
okay.
But when you learn that little trick, it's easy.
I was trying to, I'm like, it's in the paragraph. I'm like, I don't know why it's not you know what I mean? It's doing that extra space. Okay, and then how would I link it to an external email? Because I tried to click the link button, but it didn't give me an option to enter an email. Not that one. The one below.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
You should just be able to go link.
The ones are already. So yeah, I clicked that link thing, but then
I think you can just put it in here. Like I could put A Warren at MemberClicks.
Oh, and it should link to an email?
Yeah, it says you entered seems to be an email address. Do you want to add the required mail prefix? Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Because I was like, oh, because I was nervous to just do anything, you know?
You're totally
I didn't want to ruin any work that you guys had already done for us.
No worries. Awesome. Any other questions on those content pieces?
No, I think that's it for now. So that is very, very helpful. I think that kind of gives me a better idea of how I can go in and make those changes.
Okay.
All right. So should we go back to forms maybe, or and spend the rest of the call talking about forms, or should we save that for another time?
I think we should save it because forms are going to take the entire hour. There's no way to like make it shorter. Do you have, I'm trying to think, do you have any other questions or any other things you've been kind of just wondering about?
No, I think mostly right now, like now that I kind of have a better understanding of how I can go in and make changes to the content that you guys brought over, because that needed to be updated.
Yeah.
Which is something I have to do myself. Now I feel much more comfortable about going in and making all that content update. The last bit would just be getting the forms up, and then linking them or putting them in place so that we can open it and publish it to the world and have people start utilizing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple other tiny questions, and I'm sorry for forgetting. You guys are sticking with authorize.net right now, correct?
What's that?
So the payment processor, I think that you already have authorize.net, or were you
No,
going to use Moolah?
CAAPA, I think CAAPA uses PayPal, don't they?
Right now we use PayPal, yes, and we use we'll be using that Eventbrite, but we're not going to use that anymore once because now we have you guys.
So then that means that you'll need to go ahead and fill out the application with Heart for Moolah
Okay.
to use as the payment processor because you'll need something to start collecting payments, right?
Right.
Cool. So let me have her make sure she just reaches out to you directly.
Okay.
Laura, this is Christine. I'm jumping now.
Hi,
Oh, hey,
Christine.
So we just went through how to edit the website on the back end and make updates. And it was recorded so that you can watch it back. And now we're talking about our internal payment processor. We're going to be using their, what do you call it? Moolah?
It's Moolah. It's really cute. Like it's their little logo. It looks like cow print and it's green. I think it's really cute. Anyways, it's Moolah.
So we just need to set that up, Christine, so that when people start like buying stuff through our website and registering for the CCP exam, it all goes through that and links back to our account.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That takes out an extra step for us. That's good.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, once that's completed, you'll want to get that Moolah application completed as soon as possible because it can take a little bit of time to get processed by the
Okay.
bank. It has to go like a bank approval process. But once that's complete, and I'll be working on creating your forms, and then obviously it's all about you guys feeling comfortable, the front end looking good, but really we'll be in pretty much good shape. And I know we want to do the forms training. Do you guys want to go ahead and schedule the forms training while we're on the call together?
Yeah, I think it's important, Julie and Christine, that you guys are on that as well, because it's basically how we can create fillable forms on our website.
Great.
What day would work best for you guys next week?
Let's see. I have Monday open. Like, I actually have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'll have some extra time.
I'm so sorry. Monday is booked for me right now. So sorry. I know it's like the one day that would work.
Otherwise, the rest, Friday is out because we got to start preparing for our conference.
How about Wednesday? Noon?
Christine, Julie, are you available?
I have a conflict. I have an obligation already on the 1st at that time.
What about in the morning? Like around 9:30 or 9?
Let me see here. I got to pull up my work calendar because I sometimes have meetings in the morning.
I think the earliest I could do Tuesday 10:31 would be 10 o'clock Pacific time.
Are you saying, I'm sorry, so are you saying the 31st or the 1st? So Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday, I could do 10 o'clock Pacific time.
Tuesday I can do 10. On Wednesday I cannot. I have a meeting at 10:30. So I could do
Tuesday works with my calendar.
Then let's schedule that. I'll make it work.
Tuesday at 10.
Are you going to send out the event or the calendar invite at all? Is someone going to do that?
Are you guys on do you use Google Calendar?
I do, but I have more calendar I use primarily. But either one.
I use Google Calendar, so I can send you guys invites if you want. But if you guys do something internal, then obviously, do that. But I can send something through Google Calendar if that could be helpful at all.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. All right. I am doing that now. Christine, what's your email?
I'll give you my personal one because I have Gmail. So it's KRISTINE dot CUS like Sam, T like Tom, O, D like David, IO at gmail.com. Christine.custodio at gmail.com.
CUSTODIO.
Yes, custodio.
Got it. Okay, you've been invited. I'm inviting Sarah.
If you want to use my personal, because I have Gmail, Sarah, S-A-R-A, M as in Mary, Lutz, L-U-T-Z, 30 at Gmail.
Cool. And then, Julie, do you have anything special you want me to send this to?
Just whatever you have on file is good.
Okay. All right. How do I find that? Okay. All right. Well, that kind of gets us ready. I'll have your forms completed by the time we do the forms training. One other thing I wanted to ask you guys, I have not put in your income accounts yet. Are these sub-menus? This is confusing to me. Like, would this be leadership conference with a sub-menu of lunches, sub-menu of registration fees, sub-menu of sponsors?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And same thing for that education conference.
But only the education conference.
Yeah, so we have two conferences. We have the education and the leadership, and then underneath those, we have specific categories of income.
Is there a reason these have account numbers and these don't?
Yeah, I had to manually enter the leadership conference one because we had a new treasurer and she didn't give that information to me, so I had to create it when I set our budget in January.
Got it. Okay, cool. Got it. Awesome. Let me see if I had any other questions. Oh, the link that you provided to your Facebook, did you want that link to be like a dynamic, like showing updates of your Facebook over here like a widget, or did you just want it linked down here at the bottom?
Well, both linked at the bottom, but then also like a dynamic.
Got it.
And then going back to those bottom, you have Facebook and Instagram, I think, on there. Can we also, or no, LinkedIn, can we also add the Instagram and the Twitter?
Yeah, can you send me those?
Do you need like the login and password or just like the handle?
Just if you'll just if you just go to yours and copy and paste the link, that's not just the handle, but the actual, like if I was going to look up your Twitter or look up your Instagram, what URL would I type in?
Okay. I will send that to you.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that's everything for me on my end. Anything else for y'all?
Christine, do you have any questions? I know you came late, but we were kind of going over how to like modify and edit the website on the back end. Do you have any burning?
It's being recorded, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, it is. And in fact, I'm still recording. So I'll go ahead and stop that if we're done.
Yeah, that would be terrific if we could just route that to the